didn't say when to meet, though. God speak. Wait, is it not in this house? Oh, I'm in the wrong place, derp. I was zoomed. Okay, because I'm zoomed out like this. I thought I was like going into the house, but when you zoom in, I'm way far away. Okay. Somewhere back behind here. Jesus, I almost fell off. How do I get behind there? Oh, there's more cliff paths. I see. Yeah, right now I'm only really focusing on MSQ. I don't have the time to do a completionist version of the game. I gotta get done by June 5th. I'm like 30, 31, 32 hours in right now. So, probably gonna get... The developers told me between 50 and 70 hours is what I should expect for gameplay, so...
Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Volker's desolation.
First said you could tell me more about the missing matron.
Matron Frigg. I doubt she'd have been pleased to see me here, in a place that belonged only to her and those who came before. The Volkers say she cursed them and left, that Mater herself hid her tracks so she could never be found. They're wrong. At least about finding her. She may be gone, but her presence is everywhere. You just need to follow it.
What do you mean?
You've seen it by now. On Avalon, the weirdness is always there. Thick in some places, thin in others, but never truly gone. And everyone leaves their mark on it. Some faint, some strong, but someone like the Volker matron, she'd leave a trail bright as a blaze. You just need to find it.
How so?
First, you'll need to sharpen your senses to the weirdness. I have something that can help, but before you set out, I want to ask a favor. When you find the totem, don't go running straight to Angsvar. Bring it here instead. If a new matron takes her place, these doors will close to both of us forever. And I need to know what's behind them. I'll repay you, I promise. Answers and more. Excellent. I can hardly wait. Here, ether bloom. Woven with ethereal cobweb and just a hint of wolfsbane. You'll need to smoke it. Be brave.
Puff, puff, pass. Yeah, Xbox is going to have a pretty jam-packed. I'm hoping we get a release date for the Outer Worlds too, because I don't know where I'm slotting that in yet, based on this year. We got to go a long way away, so let's run down here and fast travel out.
Watch yourself, outsider.
Yeah, buddy. Oh. No, I'm not going to want to fast travel. I want to follow this out to the bridge over here, it looks like. Oh, come on now. Nice, great cat. Nothing like a weekend adventuring session of just sinking your teeth into something. Oh shit, I should have paid attention. Alright, I think we're getting relatively... Oh, we could level up. Actually, I think I've probably got 2 level ups. Because I forgot to do my last one. No, just one. Let's go perception. I mean, shit, I've kind of taken all the points I want to take. Okay, sounds good to me. Oh no! How did I fall through? That's not good. I'm gonna load. Actually, I'm gonna go unstuck. Yeah, that was kind of BS. Oh, this is one of those brim shade things. God, he fucking dodges all the time. Nope, fire is not going to do anything against him. I don't know why it switched to my fire arrows. Alright, time to use copper. I don't know what that critter is. Oh shit, whatever he just threw at me killed me. Oh, I'm going to have to pay attention in here. Shit, alright. Ow! That hurt. try that again and not fall. And then let's pay attention to the... I have to be sneaky getting in there. Oh, fuck, I missed. Resistant? Oh my god, die already. Alright, we're gonna go to copper arrows now, and let's do a quick save. The third area has kept me on my toes for sure, Great Cat, because there's some stuff here that one-shots me. And I don't know if it's because I'm just like under level or what's going on, but it's definitely, this is a dangerous, dangerous area. Probably just because I'm super squishy as like a rogue. See if I can sneak up and get a better line of sight. Probably not. He got me. Alright, this is the one that like one-shotted me a minute ago. Oh, that's a name. Back away. Back away. Whoa! Holy crap. No, no. Back, 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 back. Back, 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 back. Oh no, and there's an undead too. Ah! Yeah, I think there's an infinite amount of replayability in this game for the people who really love like the builds, and it's kind of like playing any Morrowind, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls game. You know, if you really love the game, there's a lot of different ways you can go and builds you can try. I think that thing almost just blew up in my face. God, how many of these undead are there? Fucking arrow sponges, man. Fucker, you're running. Bullshit, man. Taking 20 arrows a shot. Not cool. Alright. Somewhere up in here. we getting close? Sort of, yeah. Man, I might be on the outside of this place. Fuck this. I guess this is where I'm supposed to be. Locate the matron's insignia. I have no idea if this is the right place to be, but we will find out. There's something creeping around, and I don't know where. Oh, it's probably down here. Shit, that's a long drop. And it's a one-way trip. Oh man, there's nothing for it, I think. Oh, there's another one of these critters, man. Oh, you just stay right there. I will take advantage of you not moving. Matron's insignia, elusive something. Okay. Okay. What the hell is this right here? Nothing? Alright, set a bonfire. Oh, I can't put a bonfire in here. I gotta figure out how to get out of here. I don't think $80 is a problem. I think it was Randy, what's his name's, Pitchford's statement that I understand his statement, and I'm not saying he was wrong for saying what he said because I understand the context of what he said. The problem was the way he said it, which was a very off-the-cuff way of saying things, came off as very elitist. But if you understand the context of what he said and how he was saying it, I know exactly what he was saying. It just came out bad. So what he said in the context of the conversation was, when I was a kid, I worked a minimum wage job, and I forget what game he said, but he's like, I saved up every penny I had, and I bought that game that I wanted because it was the game that I wanted. It didn't matter how much it cost. I bought it because I wanted it. So the context of him saying it might be $80, and if you're a true fan, then you'll buy it. That is the context of the statement. However, I will say that like he has been very vague about like I don't know if it's going to be $80. It might be 60, it might be 70, it might be 80. That's the marketing team. I don't make those decisions. A lot of people look at him as like the CEO of the company, be like you're the one who makes those decisions, and it's like not necessarily. We don't know how the internal board of directors for that company is set up and how much power he has in relation to the marketing decisions of the company. So when I hear Randy, is his name Pitchford? I'm not intimately familiar with them as a studio. I just know um, the rigmarole that's been around the statement recently. So I didn't take that statement to be offensive at all. But I also am someone who has been a company owner for many, many years with the board of directors and having worked with multi-million dollar projects and lots of peoples whose fingers are in the pies. And very many times the head of the company might be able to sign off on a lot of different creative decisions, but when it comes to pricing, the marketing lead, the director of marketing, generally speaking, is the person like the CEO is the chief executive officer. Then there's a CFO who's the chief financial officer. The CEO doesn't necessarily have any direct control over what the CFO does because the CFO is in control of the finances of the company. Then you have a CMO, the chief marketing officer. The chief marketing officer, generally speaking, has control over the marketing department, what money gets spent where in terms of marketing, so on and so forth. So just because he's the CEO and the face and the front man of the company, I don't know their internal structure. Maybe he does have a say over the pricing of their games. But the interviews that I have heard him talking about, he's like, I don't know what the price of the game is going to be because that's the marketing division and I don't control that division. That's what I have heard in the interviews that I have listened to with him talking about the pricing of the game. So I don't, I understand why people went, ew, like when he said, if you're a true fan, you'll buy the game no matter what it costs. But that was also in the context of him literally saying, when I was a kid and I had a minimum wage job and I saved every penny to buy that game. And he mentioned a game and it was like, cost like $70 or something back in like the 90s or whenever it was. Like, and I've said this to people before, like, whenever somebody complains about pricing, I'm like, Street Fighter 2, which is the one that everyone likes to quote, was like $70 in 1992 or 1993 or whatever. Like, if you put that in today's dollars, it's $150 in today's standards. So paying $80 for a game is still cheaper, relatively speaking, context of the conversation. Um, like it is still cheaper than games cost in 1992, 1993. Publishers 2K Games says Great Cat, same publishers GTA. So yeah, the publisher is the one setting the prices, not the developer. So that's another distinction. I'm glad you said that, Great Cat, because I didn't even know that. I don't know enough about the Borderlands 4 thing. So if they have a publisher, then yeah, as a developer, they have no say whatsoever in pricing. So it's out of his hands. Like it's literally in the publisher's, ballpark at that point. Like it's their ball. Like they're the ones who dictate how much money the game costs. So I don't see anything wrong with him making the statement that he made of just, true fans will find a way to pay for it no matter what. I get that statement. I get it. Like I totally get it because if you're a fan of something, you will figure out you will figure out a way to make it work. But it does without the context of the greater conversation, it sounds extremely tone deaf. And the problem is you have content creators like Hexcellence just mentioned who went out there and made all of these really nasty blanket videos that took the context out of the conversation and made it all about this, oh my god, the guy's an elite asshole who just wants to charge us a shitload of money so that he can make billions and just rob us of our hard-earned money. That was the out of context, rage bait grifter take to create clicks on YouTube, um, when the reality is far more complex. Um, JP says that's true. I've saved up for months to buy a bass guitar before. Same thing to me. Exactly. Like, as an example, I did not buy um, my gaming laptop that I bought last year cost me $3,200. That took me some time to save up for. Like I didn't buy that like right away. That took me some time. I probably should have bought something a year, maybe 2 years earlier, but I was saving for it. My PS5, I didn't buy until last year. Why? Because I was saving for it. It's like these things, like if you really want something or you really need something, you save for it. Not everyone is in the position where they can just buy everything willy-nilly. Sometimes you make decisions based on what's my budget, and sometimes you prioritize those things. It's like I prioritized an Xbox before I bought the PlayStation because the Xbox was available and the PS5 was not. So I was like, well, I'm going to get a Series X, and there are times when like I'll be looking at two or three different games coming out for the month, and it's like, do I want that game or this game? If they're both happening on the same day, I'm going to prioritize which one I purchase because there are certain things I want to play more than other things. Like everybody's going to make that decision based on their own unique financial situation. So he's not wrong when he says that true fans will find a way because true fans will. But in the context of everything is expensive and no one has any money, yeah, that sounds like a really shitty thing to say. But if you go look at what he said and understand where he was coming from, when I was a kid and I delivered papers or I mowed lawns and I was making minimum wage, I saved up for that thing that I really wanted. Like, that was the context of the conversation, which has been completely lost in the argument about him being an asshole and just wanting to steal people's money, which is unfortunate. But that's the internet, and that's the day and age we live in where content creators can run bullshit YouTube videos with clickbait titles and make lots of money off them because that's the popular thing to do. I gotta figure out how to get out of this cave. Especially the aforementioned content creator, because they're one of those individuals who makes lots of money off of grifting titles. Oh, I'm gonna light another candle in Todd's name. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, now I gotta get out of here. Would love it if I could just run out and bypass all the bad guys. Okay, that'll get us right back. Okay, now I do not care about that scuzzy guy who wants us to, like, not give it to the leader. I'm trying to earn
Watch
faction
that
with the
step.
leader
Wouldn't want
to
you
get
to
him to
slip.
join the moot. So we're definitely going to give it to the leader of the tribe. found the matron. Unfortunately, she's dead.
With our luck, it couldn't have ended any other way. But the totem, was it with her?
Yep.
Could it be that Mother is finally smiling upon us? Thank you. Feels like seeing the first light of dawn after a night that refused to end. But this isn't the end of our misfortunes.
God damn, how many side quests are we gonna have to do for this
The
guy?
girl chosen to be the next matron took her own life today. Threw herself onto the rocks.
Why would she do that?
Hard to say. It's been a dark time for all of us. Shame she chose such dishonor.
You sure no one had a hand in this?
Certain. She was well liked. Nobody would have had anything to gain from her death. And I refuse to believe that any Volker would kill their own kin. Especially not a matron-to-be.
So what now?
We need a matron. And if she won't name one, I'll have to do it myself. It goes against tradition. But I don't have a choice. Maybe you should check Elspeth's hut.
Okay, I can do that. Check Elspeth's hut. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's a good place for me to wrap it up, though, everybody. It's 5 o'clock local time. I need to go help Chris with some chores, and I think we're gonna watch a movie tonight. It's called Sinners, which I think just came out recently. She doesn't know that's what we're watching yet. She just wanted to watch a movie tonight, so that's why she's probably gonna complain a little bit at first because it's gonna be. I think it's like a horror slash movie. Um, so we'll see. But that's on the agenda tonight, and I gotta go clip all these video outs and get these done. And I'll catch everybody tomorrow bright and early for some more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, because we've got still a bit of an adventure. I'm curious if I can wrap this up over the weekend. But I am just MSQing it, so there's a lot of quests. Like, it's a big game. I'm very, very surprised. I need to go see how many hours Morticimal Gaming ended up with, because I feel like if I really wanted to, I could get like 100 hours out of this game, based on all the quests I've seen so far. I'm having a great time. This is a phenomenal experience. So thanks everybody for hanging out for the bonus afternoon stream. I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Stay safe, stay healthy, all those good things. Thanks for the conversations.